Ever wondered about the mysteries surrounding Black Widow's potential return to the MCU, or how Thunderbolts might weave together the untold connections between Bucky Barnes and Natasha Romanoff's family? Well, you're in for a treat, because today we're diving deep into the latest buzz surrounding Black Widow 2 and Thunderbolts. Stick around as we unravel the intriguing plot holes, explore exciting sequel possibilities, and share some exclusive insights. So, you know Black Widow, right? Super underrated but a total OG Avenger. She kicked off in Iron Man 2 and was all over the place doing amazing things, taking down Hydra, playing Peacemaker in Civil War, you name it. Now in Avengers Endgame, things got a bit heavy. Hawkeye and Black Widow had this intense face-off to decide who would bite the dust for the Soul Stone. Hawkeye won that tragic lottery, and Black Widow didn't make it. Now the burning question, will Natasha Romanoff ever stage a comeback in the MCU? According to another theory, Thunderbolts is proposed to function as the official sequel to Black Widow. A Marvel Studios executive has disclosed that Thunderbolts will pick up where the Black Widow solo film left off, featuring the return of characters like Yelena and Red Guardian. This suggests a continuation of the narrative and development of these characters within the Thunderbolts storyline. After Natasha Romanoff's apparent permanent demise in Avengers Endgame, Scarlett Johansson's formidable assassin makes a comeback in Phase 4's standalone Black Widow film. Despite the absence of a sequel to the 2021 movie in the MCU's Phase 5 and 6 schedules, a recent Instagram post promoting a new Art of Black Widow by Marvel Studios Director of Visual Development Andy Park unveils that Thunderbolts will serve as the anticipated sequel. In Thunderbolts, directed by CIA Director Valentina Allegra de Fontaine, played by Julia Louis-Dreyfus, a formidable team of 6 characters is set to take center stage. This lineup includes Yelena Belova, Red Guardian, John Walker/US Agent, Taskmaster, Ava Star/Ghost, and Bucky Barnes/Winter Soldier. Adding to the ensemble, Harrison Ford is set to reprise his role as General Thaddeus Thunderbolt Ross, a character introduced in Captain America: New World Order. The narrative details of Thunderbolts remains undisclosed, but it's clear that fan-favorite characters will return to the spotlight. Notably, Yelena Belova has also made appearances in Phase 4's Hawkeye Disney Plus series alongside Kate Bishop. As Bishop takes on the Hawkeye mantle, Yelena appears to step into the legacy of the Black Widow. The production of Thunderbolts is expected to kick off in June, promising an exciting addition to the Marvel Cinematic Universe. In a recent development, Ayo Edebiri, breakout star of The Bear, has joined the already star-studded cast of Thunderbolts in an undisclosed role. The film, directed by Jake Schreier with a script by Eric Pearson, has generated additional excitement with the inclusion of Edebiri. Meanwhile, a compelling rumor circulating suggests that Marvel Studios intends to introduce an evil Superman as the main antagonist for the upcoming movie. Although fans have speculated that characters like Sentry, Rickman, or Hyperion could fit this description, Marvel Studios has yet to confirm or comment on their supposed involvement. Julia Louis-Dreyfus, portraying CIA Director Contessa Valentina Allegra de Fontaine in the MCU, shared insights into the film's production, indicating that it is scheduled to commence in June. Louis-Dreyfus expressed her desire to see her character involved in physical combat in the upcoming movie, revealing that she pitched the idea to the studio. The anticipation surrounding Thunderbolts continues to grow with each new addition to the cast, and intriguing details emerging about the storyline and characters. Here's how Thunderbolts might address the plot gap in the MCU's Winter Soldier and Black Widow storyline, building upon the hinted history between Bucky Barnes and Natasha Romanoff in Captain America: Civil War. One noteworthy aspect of the MCU's success lies in its intricate interconnections over more than a decade. The practice of dropping hints in earlier films that are later developed is exemplified by instances like Nick Fury's initial suggestion of the Avengers formation. Another illustration is when Black Widow briefly mentions to Captain America a past encounter with Bucky Barnes before the events of Captain America: The Winter Soldier. Despite the absence of a depiction of that encounter, Natasha once again alludes to a deeper connection with Bucky in Captain America: Civil War, yet the narrative has not been further explored. Although Natasha's demise may create the impression that the history between Black Widow and the Winter Soldier will remain unexplored, Thunderbolts presents an opportunity to revisit this storyline in several ways. Apart from potentially unveiling the nature of Natasha and Bucky's relationship, it can also delve into new dynamics between Bucky and Natasha's adoptive family members, Alexei Shostakov, Red Guardian, and Yelena Belova. The Black Widow and Winter Soldier plot hole centers around a mysterious past hinted at in the Captain America the Winter Soldier, and later alluded to in Captain America Civil War. In The Winter Soldier, Natasha Romanoff reveals to Steve Rogers that Bucky Barnes targeted the asset she was protecting, resulting in the asset's demise. This encounter between Bucky and Natasha is revisited in Civil War when Bucky, under the influence of his Winter Soldier persona, confronts Natasha. During their fight, Natasha says, "You can at least recognize me," leaving the audience with an unexplained dynamic. Unfortunately, with Natasha's death, the full exploration of this intriguing history seems unlikely. The plot hole gains significance considering the shared Soviet spy background of the Winter Soldier and Black Widow. In the comics, Bucky was involved in training the Black Widows, and Natasha played a pivotal role in providing a glimmer of humanity during Bucky's Winter Soldier days. This relationship evolved into a romantic one over the years, depicted in various comic runs, including the recent work by Kelly Thompson, Elena Casagrande, Carlos Gomez, Federico Blee, Rafael de la Torre, Jordi Belair, Elisabetta D'Amico, Raphael T. Pimentel, VC's Corey Petit, and Clayton Cowles. While there's room for speculation that the MCU was hinting at a similar connection, the true nature of the hinted history remains unknown, unless future MCU narratives choose to address and fill this plot hole. Thunderbolt offers an intriguing opportunity to address the hinted history between Bucky Barnes and Black Widow's family, specifically Yelena and Red Guardian. As a team-up film featuring former MCU villains and morally ambiguous characters, Thunderbolts brings together Bucky, Yelena, and Red Guardian, individuals with ties to Natasha's past. If Natasha's allusion in the MCU hinted at her comic history with the Winter Soldier, it's plausible that Yelena and Red Guardian are aware of this shared history. The awareness could influence their interactions with Bucky, creating a dynamic where Red Guardian sees him as an ally who fought for a common cause. Conversely, Yelena might harbor distrust for Bucky due to his potential involvement in training the Black Widows. This could evoke resentment for being part of a system that exploited her, Natasha, and others, despite the fact that he was also a victim of brainwashing. Additionally, Yelena's complicated feelings might stem from Bucky's association with the Avengers, whom she perceives as having failed her sister. While Hawkeye brought some closure over Black Widow's death, the emotional pain may persist in Thunderbolts. Furthermore, Thunderbolts provides an opportunity for Yelena and Bucky to bond over shared experiences reminiscent of those between Bucky and Natasha in the comics. Both characters were brainwashed assassins involved in espionage, grappling with guilt over their past actions, and striving to make amends while reclaiming their identities. They also share the loss of members from their found families, with Black Widow's death and Steve Rogers vanishing from the public eye. Although addressing the Black Widow and Winter Soldier plot hole through Yelena and Red Guardian may not be as directly satisfying as involving Natasha herself, Thunderbolts presents a unique chance to delve into the hinted history between Bucky and Natasha's family. This approach allows the films to explore the Winter Soldier and Black Widows from a fresh perspective, with Yelena and Red Guardian taking center stage in the narrative. Well, that's it for today. What are your thoughts on Black Widow's potential return? And how excited are you about Thunderbolts unraveling the mysteries of the MCU? Drop your comments below. Like this video if you enjoyed the Marvel Talk. And don't forget to subscribe for more updates from the superhero realm. Until next time, true believers, stay tuned and stay heroic.